You don't know how to regulate your emotions. Yeah, that's what one of these modern females just said about men. No, no, I'm not joking. Listen to this.
Love this one. Love the projection game. Yes. I'm sorry, but I've never known anybody but men to have such little emotional regulation skills that they are punching holes in walls, throwing knives at me, hitting themselves in the head with a PlayStation controller. Not processing and not dealing with your emotions and just pushing them down does not make you a more logical, less emotional person. It makes you an emotionally stunted person.
Did you hear it? Did you hear all of that? Go into the comment section and put a raised hand if you understand what just happened. Because I'm about to tell you, and I want to see if you saw the same things that I saw. Now, you have this modern female who's reading a comment, and the comment talks about men talking about females being emotional. Yeah, that's because biologically you are. This is not a quote unquote emotional, it is a biological fact. But again, they're trying to make it seem like it's not what it is. This is what I talk about when I talk about language shifting. They're going from them being emotional being a biological fact to them saying men say we're quote unquote emotional with the air quotes to try and dilute that fact. No, we're not going to let you do that. Then they say, then men fall apart when someone says some men are trash. Stop it. Stop it. There's some of anybody doing something at all times. So why would anybody get mad about people talking about some of anything? That makes no sense. The problem isn't that you're talking about some men. You don't say some men. Show me the hashtag where it says some men are useless. Show me the hashtag where it says kill some men. It doesn't say that. It says hashtag men are useless and hashtag kill all men. That's what it says. Men have a problem with you saying men are a particular something that men are not, because using the word men without any type of caveat means that you're saying the majority of men. That means at least 50.1% of men. Yet here you are doing the language shifting and deflection thing again, which is you understand you cannot win on that argument. So what do? You come back and you say that you didn't say men as far as the majority, you said some men. Then try to use how men responded to you saying the majority of men by using just the word man with no caveat, as though it's the same way men responded when you said some. They didn't, because you never said that. Then you have this modern female who's actually in the video talking about men have such low emotional regulation skills. This is absolutely insane. Why? Because modern females are always talking about this quote unquote emotional intelligence, right? But the definition of emotional intelligence, a phrase I can't stand, right, is the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions and to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. Raise your hand if you think at any time in this world that females are better at being aware of and controlling and expressing their emotions. Tell me, is there any time a female is better at doing that? No, men are better at expressing their emotions because they express them through calmness and rationale. Females just express their emotion crazily, but they think because they're actually saying them that they're doing a better job of expressing them. They are not. Then they say it says to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. Come on, son. Is there anybody who thinks that modern females respond judiciously when they're talking about interpersonal relationships? Judiciously deals with the court And the court deals with laws and specific things that work a specific way. Yet modern females are always doing what? Goalpost moving, language shifting, deflecting. Then they said, empathetically? Are you serious? Females don't have empathy for men. They don't. If a man starts crying, a female laughs at him. Where in the world does this emotional intelligence thing actually describe females better than males? In no rational world is that the case. Yet this modern female is sitting up here talking about the emotional rationale that men don't have, which is synonymous to emotional intelligence. She just changed the wording. Again, language shifting. Then the last thing she said that just blew my mind was how she slipped up. Did you catch it?
throwing knives at me, hitting themselves in the head with a PlayStation controller.
She was talking about how men were A, B, and C, and then she said that when you do something as a man to me, my this. She used specific wording that dealt with her. So I was instantly like, oh, so something happened to you, and guess what? Now you're trying to make it like that's a normal thing for all men. The guy hit himself on the head with a PlayStation and punch holes in the walls and this and that. You know what she didn't tell you? The thing that is the motto of my channel. It's a game of percentages. So tell me, modern female, how many times did that guy do that? When did he do it? Because what she won't tell you is if she was the one who over 5 years attacked him, went crazy 142 times, and then he flipped out once, and he did all of that when he flipped out. She won't tell you that because then what does that say? That means the ratio is 142 to 1. And she looks like the bad person, which in this scenario she is. She won't tell you that because it makes her look bad. So what does she do? She has to speak in amorphous language. She has to shift everything. So she says, oh, so I'm going to pick this anecdotal situation and try to say, you are just like me. Right. So if you throw 50 plates at me and then I hit you with a bat, we're even. No, no, no. That's not how this works. But that's what they'll say. They'll say, I threw plates at him, he hit me with a bat. No, no, it's not just throw plates at him. You threw 50 while he dodged them and asked you to stop, and you didn't. See, all of that matters detail wise, but they won't tell you that because what did I tell you before? Say it with me. They can never be the villain. They always have to be the hero. They can never be the culprit. They always have to be the victim. They can never be the person who's the cause. They always have to be the person upon whom the effect is thrown. They do not ever want to lose, be lower. They have to be even or higher. This is what I'm talking about. And my job here is to help men understand how these modern females are changing the way that they speak in order to shift the battleground on which we shouldn't even be because there shouldn't be a battle between men and women. Well, there's actually not a battle between men and women, but there shouldn't even be a battle between men and modern females. But modern females want to compete against men, and the only way they can do that is to shift the battlefield. And their battlefield isn't physical, it's verbal.